thanks for joining me. I'm going to share some of my core work that I like to do before I practice yoga. So here is a short session that will give you a nice little burn and a hug in towards the midsection to stay and feel stable. Let's come onto all fours. Tuck the toes under, shoulders and wrists are stacked, and arc the spine all the way up towards the sky, holding the belly in and up, relaxing the glutes, using the deeper core muscles, and bringing it back down. And again, arcing the spine all the way up towards the sky, top of the head towards the floor. Bring the lower belly in, middle belly. And exhale, bring it back down. And again, bringing it all the way up. Arcing the spine up towards the sky. Holding it. And exhaling, bringing it back down to neutral. We'll do the same thing on the forearms. Palms together. On your forearms, keep your elbows and shoulders stacked above and below each other. And you can be on your knees. This is a great place to be. Or you can come up onto your toes and lower your hips slightly and take your floating ribs up towards the sky. Vacuum suck the belly in and up. Give yourself a few breaths right here. Holding, holding. You might even push out through the mounds of the big toes a little bit more. You might even move your toes out a little bit further. And we'll just stay a little bit longer. Maybe we'll move a little back and forth. And then slowly come down onto the knees. Take a child's pose, come back up onto plank with hands on the floor. And maybe your knee stays down again. Maybe you tuck your toes and lift your knees off the floor. Sink your hips, lift your floating ribs up towards the sky. Send the energy out the legs, vacuum suck the belly. Having a nice, good time right here. I read recently that the world record of planking is 8 hours, 15 minutes and 15 seconds. That's a long time. We're certainly not doing that, but that's fantastic. We'll do it for another 3 breaths here. Just to kind of fire up all the layers from the skin to the muscle to the bones. And then slowly come back down. Come all the way onto your back, please. Come actually to your forearms. We're doing forearms. Come to your forearms. Vacuum suck the belly in. Maybe hands underneath the sacrum. Maybe hands to the sides. Bring your knees into the chest and we'll extend one leg out. Bring it back in and switch. And holding it in and extending out. Bringing it in and out. Nice. Exhaling, inhaling, keeping that lower belly nice and tight. Curving it into the front of the spine. And 4 more. And 3 more. And 2 more. And 1 more set. Bring it back in. Take your legs out straight and bring it back in. And straight and get a little nice connected feeling and stretching in towards the lower back. Squeeze your legs together. Squeeze your feet together, your knees together. Holding it in. Connecting upper and lower body by doing a reverse curl on our forearms. We'll go with 4 more. And 3 more. And 2 more. And 1 more. And then we'll take the legs up and do leg drops on our forearms, 1 at a time. So we hug the feet together up in the center and then send the other one down. So there's a nice little magnet going and sending a connected energy from your feet all the way through the legs in towards the deeper core, in towards the space right below the belly button. Nice. And we'll just keep this going for 4 more. And another 3. And again, I always like to say, if you give yourself a smile, then your body knows that this is really okay. It's a good thing to do. And last one. And then from here, we'll take our legs and slightly drop them down, only to a place where it's comfortable and you're feeling connected. Bring it all the way down to a good place. Bring it back up and down. And down. Nice. And exhale and bring it up. We'll do another 5 more. 4 more. Squeeze the skin to muscle, muscle to bone, and get all the way in towards the center. 2 more. And 1 more. Bring it in, come down onto your back. Excellent. Here we are on to our backs. Maybe give yourself a couple of windshield wipers and stretch out the belly a little bit, giving it a little non-crunchy feeling, like just a nice openness side to side. And then take your feet flat onto the floor, and we'll just lift it up in towards the center and hold it up. Lower back onto the floor and pulse and pulse and pulse for 20. Just hold it up here. And 10 more. 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold it. And take it over and pulse it on the right side. And pulse, and pulse, and pulse for 20. And 10 more. And come to the center, just a nice little squeeze up, and come over towards the left side and pulse up on the top for our 20 counts and some, give or take. 10 more, 8 more, 6 more, 4 more, 2 more, and last one. Bring it back to the center and hold it and bring it all the way back down. Take your hands over your head and bring your arms straight up to the sky. Roll your belly vacuum suck it in, look up between your knees, and maybe we'll hold it right here for a few moments before we decide to roll it up and give that back a chance to hug all the way in. You might move your feet more forward, you might, who knows, bring them wider, closer, see what works for you. You can hold your hands by the side of the legs and roll back down so you really get through all the spaces in the spine. And we'll have 10 of these. We just get a nice big articulation in towards the spine. And we'll just keep this going. For 5 more, you might still hold on to your legs. You might take your arms up and over and simply using maybe the core in a different way, if that is optimal for your lower back. We'll have 3 more here. So we'll do another 3 roll up. And another 2 roll ups. And 1 more. And then we'll bring it all the way up. Take it upright, feet maybe a little wider. Bring your fists together and we'll do a little rowing side to side, obliques. Do your best to keep your hips and your knees very still and just using the core. Just using the twisting, lateral movement and not letting our hips shift side to side. Elbows, one come down, one go up, like a big figure 8. Feels pretty good. We'll do 10 more, 9 more, 8 more, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then we'll take a little pause, get a little recovery in between. Before our last one, we're going to do some pulses. And so we'll come back down, we'll hold on to our legs, and maybe we'll stay here and just pulse. Maybe we'll take the hands to the side and pulse. Maybe we turn the palms up and pulse. So any of those, hands on the legs, hands down, hands up for 20. And 15 more. And 10 more. Should have a nice feeling in the core right now. And 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we'll hold it right here. And then we'll take it back up. And take the hands to the side. And from here, take a down dog. Downward facing dog. Spread your fingers, or maybe like an elephant pose or something, whatever works for you. I just want us to get that nice connected feeling in our down dog after that core work, so that we're stretching out from a connected place where the upper and lower body stretches out with a nice even plug in at the same time. That way our lower backs, sacrum, shoulders should feel all the benefits from core work and bridging over to yoga. Downward facing dog. Nice. And then you can come back onto the knees. I know I said that we only had 1 more exercise, but I thought that we'll do a few more because it feels pretty good. So either we'll come back to where we started and hold our forearm plank. You can come and be on your knees and hold your forearm plank, which is great. And you could also, from here comes the big tester. Oh, you have to sit down, buddy. That's Badger. Okay, let's sit down. Badger, come over here. Good boy. Sit down, please. Sit down, sit down. Good boy. From here, you can either stay right here and hold your forearm plank, or I know some of you are working on your forearm balance, so it's nice to plug that in right after your all your core work. So let's walk forward in your down dog onto your forearms into a dolphin pose. Forearm, maybe you stay here, maybe you bring one leg up, and then maybe you plug those floating ribs in towards the top of the hips, and maybe you make it up into a forearm balance, plugging it all the way in, and we'll give it another try. Stacking our hips over our shoulders, bringing our feet together, hugging the midline together. Forearms are plugging down, and it kind of feeds into the spaces between the ribs, in towards all the muscles that we have fired up into our core. Take child's pose, please. And give yourself a nice rest. Whether you were holding forearm plank or if you were actually going up, truly doesn't matter. We all work on different things. And come back up and take a comfortable seat. And I want to thank you so much for joining today, and I hope you had fun. I sure do. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Namaste.